Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, even though it's still a whiles yet in the future, well, you can never begin EVO Season 2 early. EVO, the flagship event, really, of all of the fighting game community is happening later this year, and we finally have the first major details of just pretty much everything that's going down on site. Now, you might say to yourself, hey, Rooflemonger, didn't all the games sort of leak a few days ago? And, well, yes, they did, but there is more to it than just that. Although, in the spirit of, well, news being news, let's just talk about the roster really quick of main title games. So for the main lineup of EVO 2025, first off and leading the pack is Street Fighter 6. Shocker, I know, you might even find it here next year too. I don't know, it's just crazy like that. So naturally, Street Fighter kind of top dog in the FGC, and it will make another appearance for EVO 2025. That's pretty cut and dry. And of course, there's some more auto includes, very obvious games like, hey, Tekken 8 will also be at EVO 2025. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus will also return to EVO for this year. Very happy to see that personally. Also returning and going strong for many, many years in a row is Guilty Gear Strive. The game is downright venerable and it's still here to stay. Keeping the returning streak going strong, we have Under Night in Birth to Sis Celeste. One of those games where you wondered if it might get another shot at the big stage, and I'm very glad it's back for another year. Now, of course, we gotta get some new games in here, so Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, naturally, is gonna be one of the main headline games of EVO. Launches later in April, so very primed to be just one of the main games at EVO this year. Of all the games, this is definitely the one I'm the most excited to see how this is going to turn out this year. Another returning game? I know you guys are going to be haters. I don't care. I'm happy. Mortal Kombat 1 will return to EVO this year. Obviously, things are currently shaky on the MK1 front, but I'm glad it's got a second year at EVO. And for our retro game slot, that will go to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Sure, fair enough. Kind of a big deal game. Honestly, personally, I was kind of hoping for Capcom vs. SNK 2. Because the collection is coming out this year and it's a better game, but you can't win them all. So cool stuff, but that's not all. This year we also, which was not part of the leak, have an extended lineup. Rivals of Aether 2, Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, The King of Fighters 15, Blaze Blue, Killer Instinct, these are all official EVO titles. They're just not main quote-unquote titles. They are all official tournaments at EVO, they will all get prizes, they'll all be on the stages, just they're not the main games. Which, this is actually one of my favorite parts. Getting a platform fighter back at EVO with Rivals, that's really cool. VF5 Revo, well, big deal to me especially, but especially with VF6 on the horizon, getting Virtua Fighter back out there is good. Just because Fatal Fury is showing up does not mean King of Fighters is going away. I very much applaud this, and there's more to be announced yet, this isn't everything. We'll find out the rest in time. Now, how about more stuff? So EVO is doing awards that you can vote in, covering a wide variety of categories. Simply go to evo.gg/awards, and there's all sorts of categories for you to vote in. You can vote for lots of things like best button in a fighting game, which Grand Blue Dashlight or Johnny Ford 3, that's actually a hard choice. You can vote for best cosplay. You can vote for match of the year. There's all sorts of just categories for everything. You can even vote for best content creator. So naturally you want to head there and vote for me, and oh no, I'm not on the list for best content creator. Well, folks, despite being the two-time community voted FGC content creator of the year, couldn't make it for EVO. I guess I'm too big league for EVO. They're a little too scared to have me on. It's fine. Stings a little bit, but it's not unexpected. Not very much big in the networking circles. I've achieved everything I've achieved in spite of connections, not because of them. That said, I voted for Diphone. So now to rinse the salt out of my mouth a little bit here, here's another big news. So part of the little skits we're doing here when we started the EVO show is lots of things with 8. So what is this? Well, top 8's are returning to EVO, so no more top 6. When we started with top 6s, a couple years back, I got it. From just, the sheer difficulty of running a large-scale event, top 6 made sense from a production end of things. However, from a viewer end of things, not as great, right? People want to watch all the matches. Top 6s, I would say, was near universally despised. Once again, I completely get the logic of it, right? From a just production part, you know, a viewing experience even, because a lot of people, depending on what time zone you're in, top 8's run a long time, and, you know, people are going to be going to bed like 3 a.m. or something to watch all this stuff. But it just, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. So top 8's are back and good. Also, they state that, you know, lines and all that getting in the arena will be better, and hopefully those lines, I saw them in person, they were pretty bad last year. The EVO Arena will also be ticketed again, so that means, just going by what they're saying, I'm assuming your regular EVO Pass will not entitle you to visit the arena. That's not how it worked last year, but you know what, that's how it worked the year before and all the other years, and I made that mistake, so just make sure you check that out. But that's a lot of the big news. There's going to be more Legend trophies as well. Tokido will be honored this year, and of course EVO itself, well, yo, it's a celebration of fighting games. If you've never gone, and especially now that we're having more EVOs around the world, more than just, you know, Las Vegas and Japan. If you've never gone, you really should try to go. I myself, I'll be attending this year, well, hopefully will be anyways. And it's always a blast every time I go. I meet tons of interesting people, have lots of fun conversations, play a lot of fun games. And if at all possible, you owe it to yourself to try it out at least once. So that's a lot of the news that's fit to print. Sort of sucks that the main games at least got leaked out a little bit ago. But you know what? There was more news besides that, and now you got that news covered. And that's the news as it stands, so until next time, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some fighting games.